Good morning, City of Cordele. It's now 9 a.m. Promptly time to start our meeting. Regular meeting, December 16th, 2025. All right. We'll stand for silent prayers, meditation. However you see fit, use your time. All right. At this time, we'll ask Commissioner Ray to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. All right. All right. This time, we'll have our roll call.
Commissioner Vestavia Shepherd, Commissioner Isaac Owens, Vice Chairman J. Wesley Rainey,
Here.
Chairman Joshua Deriso.
Live and present. Thank you so much. All right. At this time, we'll have a motion for approval of today's agenda. Do we have a motion? Do we have a second? Second. All right. It's been properly moved and second that we approve today's agenda. All in favor, let it be known by voice vote aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion carried. Agenda is approved. Approval of regular meetings for December 2nd, 2025 meeting. Do we have a motion on the second?
So moved.
It's been properly moved and second that we approve the regular meetings for December 2nd meeting. All in favor, let it be known by voice vote aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Approval of call meeting minutes December 10th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Do we have a motion on the second?
So moved. Second.
It's been properly moved and second that we approve the call meeting minutes from December 10th, 2025, 9 a.m. meeting. All in favor, let it be known by voice vote aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Approval of call meetings from December 10th, 2025, 6 p.m. meeting. Do we have a motion on the second?
So moved. Second.
It's been properly moved and second that we approve the call meeting minutes from December 10th, 6 p.m. meeting. All in favor, let it be known by voice vote aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion carried. It is approved. All right. First on our list, we will have our public hearing for the millage rate. The city of Cordele has tentatively adopted a millage rate of 11.060 mills, which is the same rate the city has adopted for the past 5 years. All right. Do we have a motion on the second to open this public hearing to hear entertain number one?
So moved. Second.
It's been properly moved and second. All right. All in favor, let it be known by voice vote aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion carried. Public hearing is open. With a public hearing, we will take comments from the public. In essence, that's where the public hearing is. So if anyone would like to speak on the issue, just I'll acknowledge you as you pop up. Try to keep it in order. Any commentary from the commission? Any commentary from the public? All right, seeing no commentary, we shall proceed. Yes. Second. All right, been properly moved and second that we close the public hearing at 9:06 a.m. All right, all in favor, let it be known by voice vote aye. Aye, motion carried. Public hearing is closed. All right, do we have any speaker appearance? Do we have any speaker for specific agenda items? All right. With that, we're going to our department head reports. All right, first up is Mr. Hill, Community Advancement.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Sorry, that's your accomplishments and goals.
Yes, sir. So I had an opportunity to meet with a business owner to discuss setting up a entrepreneur business incubator. They have some retail space. After the holidays, we're going to get back together, talk about it, and see how we can establish something there. Attended the athlete signing over at the high school. Young man did a fantastic job. They had a reel of him, and amazing. So that was just fantastic to have representation for the city there. Mr. Smart and I went. Submitted the development director and I had an open records request for some information. We were able to go through all of the things that we have here, find that, and submit it. BZA meeting. We had BZA meeting scheduled for December the 4th. We did not have a quorum, so right now we have it rescheduled for January the 22nd. We do have some people that we're looking to try and add to that board. The young lady that did the senior, senior fitness program was scheduled for December the 3rd. I think because of the holiday of Thanksgiving, she didn't get a lot of participation. But the goal is to try to do this every Wednesday at 10 o'clock. So continue to look for that. I'll make sure that information continues to be out. Love to have seniors come out and participate. Attended the Propel meeting on December the 4th and just gave progress reports on some of the things that we're working on. Also that day had an opportunity to attend the Albany State meeting with the new president. That was great. There was a lot of good dialogue there. Attended the GIG meeting on December the 5th, and Miss Darby and I had a chance to attend that. Some great things coming out of that, and look forward to being able to present things as they emerge through the GIG program. Attended a community clubhouse meeting on December 8th. Had a land bank meeting on December the 9th. Attended a CDBG meeting on December the 12th in Americus, and we're gathering additional information to support our request for funding. And then lastly, attended the ministers meeting on December the 11th. And that's my report.
Any questions for Mr. Hill? Mr. Hill, you relayed that you attended the signing in high school. Was that Fed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Um, so you and Mr. Smart covered that high school event.
Yeah, we went over and got some photos and things like that. We didn't. We weren't there as the city. We went to support it, and we were able to garner some photos and things like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up is finance. Good morning, Ms. Alexander. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you all doing?
Pretty good.
You have a copy of my report in your packet. Not much to add. I just want to note that we continue to send monthly. We send delinquent bills to collection for collection. So we're steadily collecting for delinquent bills. And also we've started to collect for business license. So you can see the totals are increasing for that. Also, we'll start interviews tomorrow for the utility billing clerk. After we get that person hired, we'll have a full staff. So it's been over a year before since we've had a full staff, but we will start interviews tomorrow for that. That's all I have.
All right. Any questions for Ms. Alexander? Ms. Alexander, as
All
you
right.
know, this is my last meeting, and I want to thank you for stepping in as finance director and everything you've done. And I did check my blood pressure, and we're still good to go.
All right. Well, I appreciate everything that you all have done since I've been here. You've been very supportive, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Says Fire Chief.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Goals and accomplishments. Our goals provide the best possible service to the citizens and visitors of Cordele through professionalism, extensive training, quick response, effective emergency mitigation, community risk reduction programs, and community engagement. On our accomplishments, we've completed all of our required training for the year, that's both ISO and fire standards and training. Completed all of our hydrant inspections, building pre-plans, all of our required apparatus and engine testing, and station maintenance. So all of those duties are completed for the year. We attended the Walmart expansion pre-construction meeting on 12/8. Attended the safety committee meeting on 12/10. And then I've got B shift here today. You know, most firefighters don't have the opportunity to get a save in their whole career, but we've had 2 saves in the last 2 months. And on 12/4, crews from B shift received a structure fire call at 9:41 p.m. on Drayton Road. There was some confusion as to whether it was a county or city call. We did get automatic aid from Chris County Fire Rescue, but Cordele Fire Department was first on scene. We were told there may be a victim in the house. B Shift made an aggressive offensive attack and did a primary search of the structure. 3 officers from Cordele Police Department discovered a victim at the back door. They were able to pull him away from the house. As we continued to extinguish the fire, 2 firefighters from Cordele Fire Department did resuscitation measures on the patient and were able to get a pulse. That patient left the scene with a pulse, going to the hospital. I'd like to, if they will stand as I call their name, I'd like to recognize these firefighters. Did an excellent job, both in extinguishing the fire and for getting the save. So Captain Reginald Patrick, Lieutenant Justin Cook, Sergeant Shannon Baker, Sergeant Rob Calhoun, Firefighter EMT John Prather, Firefighter Kenneth Beavers, Firefighter EMT Abby Patterson, Firefighter Jacob Jones. So if y'all give them a hand, please. And we also have Lieutenant Jared Abel, who's our training instructor here. He is instrumental in training these firefighters so that they can do the job for the city. So that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Any questions for our fire chief? Chief.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for coming in. And what I like most of your creativity and your innovation and how you increase the morale in the fire department. I appreciate that very much.
Yes, sir.
I think you were able to come in and provide leadership to the fire department, and I appreciate it showing. I still need to get a hold on to that title long enough, but I'll be back to look at it. So
right.
thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
everything you've done.
Thank you for your support.
One question, do we have any more smoke detectors and how everything going?
We do have some. If somebody needs one, they can come by the station and we can give them one. And we ask them to fill out a form so that we can turn that back into the Red Cross to get that smoke detector replaced. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we go with you, Mr. Wade, Mr. Hill, sorry, the same thing. You always getting my notes and stuff together, but I appreciate you stepping in and doing everything you did over the last, I forgot how many years you've been here, 2 years, that's what I thought, 2 years. Your position is one that I personally wrote and have high expectations for that position because it is supposed to answer to the community needs. I don't know what it's going to do over these next 4 years, but remember that the community piece of Cordele is very essential and important. We don't have the third sector, which is a nonprofit sector, established enough to handle a lot of the needs that still need to be done in the city, specifically on the west side or what have you. You have civic organizations that cater to certain events, certain culturals, or what have you. But that is a big piece, the original plan for your position, or what have you. But I thank you for stepping in and doing the job and doing a little bit more beyond that. It's needed. So thank you for that. All right, Mr. Wade.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
You have my report in your packet, and I'm going to be brief. Tomorrow we'll be holding our lunch and learn session. This is understanding your retirement benefits. This is last call. If any of you would like to attend, please let me know this morning, and I'll get you on the list. Also, flu vaccines are also still available at our city's wellness center. In addition to that, after the report was completed and submitted, we've also secured rabies vaccines. These are for our animal control officers, so those will be in the clinic and administered by our clinic here fairly soon. Been working with Ms. Fuller at Crisp County High School through the work-based learning program to get a student in to assist in the city clerk's office. Ms. Mumford and I interviewed the student, I believe it was last Thursday, and she will be starting on December the 29th. And then lastly, the signed renewal package for the group medical policy, that was also submitted. It's been submitted to the carrier, and it's on the go for a February 1st renewal for the 2026 policy year. And that's all I have, unless you have any questions.
Any questions for Mr. Wade? Saying thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Next up is Municipal Court.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Our goals for the municipal court is going to be to report accurate information for the court and public, to aim to efficiently adjudicate cases, process cases quickly, and maintain accurate records, complete the court docket for the judge in a timely manner, and strive to provide accessible services, maintain integrity, and ensure accountability. And our accomplishments, all documents and court dispositions were turned into the state on time.
Any questions for Nancy? Hey, Nancy.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Good.
Very good.
My friend.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
Yes, sir.
for the
Thank
many
you.
conversations that we had.
Yes, sir.
And for the last 4 years, and you stepped in and did a job and caught up, and you had a new person,
Yes, sir.
and the two of you were working together really good. And I thank you for taking that on, as we had a lot of people leave over there on that side of the building. You did a phenomenal job, and I might be back to see you and have some of our conversations.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
Yeah.
My office is always open.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a good one. All right. Next is planning and community development.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Mary Darby, Planning and Community Development. Accomplishments and goals. For accomplishments, we restructured the pre-application and pre-construction meetings. Some of the goals we to support that accomplishment, to support the goals, the accomplishments, that we created a formal application and a workflow process. And we met with iWork regarding how we can create a planning and zoning module to be included with our iWorks and permitting process. We've public hearings. We've had Board of Zoning Appeals December the 4th. It was canceled, however, being rescheduled to January 22nd. And also with our board hearings, we've identified 3 representatives for our BZA and our Planning Commission, which we're hoping to get on the agenda for January 20th for review and consideration. We've conducted site plan reviews and answered a few open records requests. And we attended a GIC meeting. The next GIC meeting is going to be scheduled for December the 19th at 12 noon. The location is to be determined. I attended a Propel meeting and discussed infrastructure projects that are needed for the city. Conducted some site plan reviews for residential and commercial projects that are coming into the city. Also still working on the GIS mapping process for our zoning map. It's always exciting to me. I attended a community clubhouse meeting that was scheduled on December the 8th and prepared the minutes, which was interesting, but we got it done. And I attended the safety and accident meeting on December the 10th. And I met with the River Valley Regional Commission on the CDBG for 2026. We reviewed the 2025 CDBG application that was submitted and identified how we can enhance and improve that application for 2026 to ensure that we'll be awarded. And that's all I have.
Any questions from Ms. Darby?
And with the CDBG grant information, we are in tune to be on time with.
Definitely. So the grant is deadline is April the 10th. So we've already kicked off updating it and enhancing it. So we will definitely be on time.
Ms. Darby, any questions from Ms. Darby? All right. Thank you for coming in. What I appreciate most about you is how you came in, and the first thing that you did, you took all elected officials on a ride to, pick brains, and came in neutral, head down, ready to do your job. We need more people like you. The ones that respect everyone who receives the people's votes and want to kind of understand from a good perspective. That's a sign of a very experienced and seasoned person that comes in and kind of know the lay of the land. You kind of did a qualitative study of what the elected officials thought and what they want to see in this community. And that is really, really, that won me over really, really hard. So I appreciate you and look forward to the things that you're going to come up with. And hopefully you can get the whole city going. Whatever the priorities this next commission has, hopefully it includes some areas that has been overlooked for the last 40 years. So I thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. I think.
You're welcome, but we'll be talking.
Okay, thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is our police chief. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I just have one request for Ms. Redding and you, sir. Can I follow behind somebody else instead of her?
Well, that's not going to be up to us.
That's a hard one to follow. It's always so great. You're so welcome. Coach people just love working with you and nothing but, compliments and how they enjoy, working with you and you, sir, and how things are moving forward. So I certainly appreciate, that very much. Okay, goals and accomplishments. Y'all got the paperwork. I really wanted to talk about a couple of things. Last week was just a very busy week for the police department. I just want to start planners first. We received a $1,000 donation for a shot with a cop. That was great. While I'm on Shot with a Cop, this will be the largest year ever. 72 children, $100 apiece. for $7,200. So everybody has stepped up. Thank y'all so much. Everybody worked. It's just I just get to get up here and talk about it. The people that you see out here are the ones that the community, the police department, sworn, unsworn, they just really worked their tails off to make this success. So I know we got another event with GAA children on Thursday, then actual shot with the cop on the 19th that kicks off, at 8:30, and then we'll get to Walmart at 9 a.m. on Friday the 19th. Speaking of that, we went to 3 classes at primary school last week. That was so much fun. We had coffee with a cop on Friday that was participated. One of the individuals there spoke with Lieutenant File and talked about how one of her relatives was certainly blessed at that instant, or getting the gifts. Some of these things, these children may not get presents to open, and it's just so, I guess, uplifting to see them so excited to get to play. I'm sure y'all saw some of the videos with me rolling the cars with him, and he didn't care about nothing but them cars, and he could name every one of them, telling me what they were, and I just had a blast with them, all of them, but he liked cars, and those that y'all know, my little grandson Peanut, that's all he's into, so I knew right what those things were. So we had it was just great. Also attended the mental health collaboration meeting at the hospital. That was very informative. We had the community cafe event at Claire Scott. That was great. I know the codes attended 2 of the pre-app meetings that you were referring to. And then as the fire chief talked about, I've got one of the officers here. The other 2, we had some scheduling conflicts that help with that fire out on Drayton Road to pull them outside of that. One of them's Corporal Peavy. He's outside. So he was a supervisor that night. So I talked to Corporal Peavy that next morning about that. I actually talked to him. He was training that night with Officer Fennell and then Officer Walker, who all did a phenomenal job. And then when he texted me and I called him, he's like, "Sir, I didn't do anything. I was just doing what we're supposed to do, and that's to help folks." So that's kind of, what we want to foster at this department. So I appreciate them. Again, he was a supervisor that night. They ended up having to move that man twice, and the fire department, like the chief said, come over there and started some more of the life-saving measures. And like the chief said, when he left, he had a pulse. So I'm praying we just worked tremendously well with the fire department. So I can't thank them enough, and I know that our folks love working with them, and everything I hear from the fire chief and his folks, they love working with us. So I really, really appreciate that. One of the other things, so thank you, Corporal Peavy. I just want to recognize that. I will make sure that the other 2, I get them something in writing. But thank you for your leadership that night. That's very important. Thank you so much. The next thing is I would like to recognize the gentleman there in the middle, Gregory Krapp. On Thursday, he graduated from the technical school with his associate's degree. So several of us left out. It started at 6 o'clock. We had no idea what we were getting into, though, right, Mr. Krapp? It was standing room only. All the buildings were full, and they even locked those off so we couldn't get in there. And then inside the gym floor, people were just sitting Indian style to try to see the overflow. I never make it in there. That's how he knows I drove all the way there, but then got sick. But we congratulate you. Thank you for your hard work, and we look forward for the things that you're going to accomplish with your career here. So, I think that's really it. Y'all got everything else. We're just going to continue to, as far as animal control goes, post all the animals available. Trying to get this all going where we can get some volunteers. I know Miss Brandy's got a lot of folks reaching out that want to volunteer some of their time, so we got to get through that process. And then just really doing an outreach on educating about proper shelter and living conditions for the animals. As far as codes, biggest priority that I've talked with Keith and everything is just working well with these two. Whatever we got to do to make this work and improve the quality of life of everybody in the city, that's what we're going to continue to do. I know Sergeant New had a nice, productive meeting with the owner of Halsey Cobb yesterday. He spoke to me about, and I was very glad of that. He said that it went really well. A lot of things had been done. So we still got some work to do, but we've made some serious progress, so that's a good thing. Other than that, unless you have any questions, I think I've got y'all informed on everything. It's just going to be busy till the end of the month trying to get everything, that we got to get done. And we're going to have some more events this week to help the community, and hope we have several more next year.
All right. Any questions for Police Chief? Thank you.
Thank you,
for
sir.
your leadership so far, and I think you have a respect of your department,
Yes, sir.
which is the most important thing. So thank you, and I look forward to you doing a great job. The police department has always been a department that I always had concern about because when I came in, the leadership that it had and the way we met and with Hathaway and how he saw things, and I always felt like he wasn't the person for Cordele or what have you. I think Hurd tried to learn, and he did the best job that he could do or what have you. And there was always instability in our police department if we go back through the years or what have you. I think Hurd did a good administrative job, put some things in place administratively. And I think the next leg of that run will be morale and leadership.
Yes, sir.
And I think you're the right person for it. As I shared with Hathaway, and one of the things that conversations we tried to have is understanding that Cordele is majority black.
Yes, sir.
And there are cultural differences.
Yes, sir.
There's a difference between how black people, white people, and others look at things.
For sure.
And I think part of that is understanding that culture. Do your job. I'm not telling somebody to break in, somebody hit somebody over the head.
For sure.
I don't care what color they are. They need to go
Right.
to jail. But my thing is that the mindset of our police department under Hathaway thought that crime was only on one side of town.
Yes.
I lived in a lot of places around a lot of people that don't look like me. And a number of things are different type of crimes.
Sure.
But a crime is a crime.
For sure.
Or what have you. And so I don't believe you have that mindset. I don't believe you believe that. I think you're going to do your job. And that's the biggest thing, is someone to be fair, but also culturally minded, not to have these biases and these beliefs or what have you, which inform practices. So I appreciate you stepping in and committing to do this job. And it was lovely seeing your whole family. Sorry that we had to, train Alabama.
I knew that was coming. How did I know that was coming?
We don't get too many, so
Right. Yeah, I'll let y'all have it. Broken clock's right twice a day, right?
That's right.
Well, if things line up, they may be a third time.
Yeah,
that's what they're talking about.
That's
So, when I come in, just so y'all will know about that. So when I came in Monday, our friends here at the police department, besides the day of the game, my phone blowing up and getting ridiculed, I could not come in anywhere in this department without seeing a score or a bulldog or something. So they ribbed me pretty hard, all in fun. But my whole door, you couldn't see any of the color of the wood. It was all the
I love that.
It was a lot of fun, all in good fun. And like I said, we played terrible, and Georgia come to play ball, and they played.
There you go. Yeah, a little something to play for.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's right.
Absolutely, it was all fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, have a good one. Thank you. All right. Next is Public Works.
Good morning, Chair and Commission.
Good morning.
Going to keep it kind of short. Just got an update on the ARPA project. They are on line J now, which runs from Midland or Midway over to Burnett, kind of through an ag field and everything. They're working on doing some point repairs and doing the lining process out there, so everything's still moving along nicely. They did a little bit of weekend work to make up for the bad weather days, and no other issues have come up with that. So that's all I got for you.
All right. Any questions? Thank you for stepping in and doing what you've been doing the last 3 months or however long.
About 4 months now.
About 4 months, yeah.
August 1st.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
No problem at all.
All right,
Glad
thank
to
you
be
so
here.
much. All right. And that says Mr. Smart.
Honorable Chairman, Commissioners, good morning. City Manager Redding, beyond my written report that you have, I don't have anything else to add other than to wish you all a happy holiday season. Thank you for allowing me to serve you.
All right, any questions from Mr. Smart? All right, seeing none. Yep.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Miss Debbie, UCAT.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Y'all have my report. I don't have too much to add to it, but I did want to say something about the lead service line letters that went out in November. We've gotten a lot of calls, and we're getting around to taking names, addresses, and phone numbers. We're going to try to check everybody that we can, and I'll let you know as soon as we get all the results back in. But so far, we have not found any lead service lines or connections on the city side. Mostly what we're finding is the black polybutylene, which is good. But I just want everybody to understand there is no lead in your drinking water. It comes out of our well just as clean as it can be. There's no heavy metals, no cadmium, chromium, nickel, lead, zinc. We test for all of it. The only way lead gets in your water is in your household plumbing. So if you are scared or afraid you might have a little lead, solder, or something, turn your water on, your cold water on, let it run for a minute, and then catch your glass of water or your pot full of water for your cooking. All the lead that may have leached out will go down the drain that first minute. And anybody else that wants their service checked, just call us or Public Works, and we'll get it done for you. It won't be in the next day or two. It's taking a little time, because you have to dig up both sides of the meter. But we're here to help, so.
All right, any questions for Mr. Wright, Mrs. Wright?
No question, but one comment.
Yes.
Every time it rains, I think about Jeffrey Wright.
It hadn't rained in so long you ain't thought about me. It didn't rain enough to amount to nothing. It's nice to know I've been forgotten for 4 months.
Any other questions, comments? Debbie, I appreciate your honesty and tell it like it is.
Well, thank you. That's the way it is.
And y'all know me, I'm the same way. So I appreciate that. When I first got up here, Commissioner Reed used to try to tell me that she always got a need, she always wants something. I said, well, if the need is
I
needed, then
still do.
that's
I
right.
ain't stopped.
That's right. That's right. And so I appreciate that honesty. I like honest people. I don't care how that honesty is. I don't play the game.
Well, thank you.
Or what have you. And I appreciate that coming from you and everything that you maneuver. Because I see you balancing so much there with the, antiquated equipment and facilities, and you're just a person that get right to it and tell us like it is. You do your best to do whatever you can to hold on. I wish we could have did more and better over the last 4 years. That's such a heavy lifting with what you need out there and your resources. So I thank you for everything you've done.
Well, thank you.
And yes, ma'am.
Speaking of heavy lifting, we need a $3,000 electric chain hoist, and we need it quick.
Well, that's going to be for the next commission.
Oh.
If we can squeeze it in, I would certainly squeeze it in.
I can squeeze it in.
There you go. Well,
all right,
you.
Merry Christmas.
All right, Merry Christmas. All right. All right, IT. Hey, Brent, how you doing? All right.
City Manager, how are you? Good to see you. I have a few items I'd like to cover with you. One is just following up and continuing with the upgrades, the PC migration. We're down to the last few, which we're being very cautious with. Last week, I worked with Micah Jones remotely to bring up the stormwater PC and ensure that she has all the information she needs to continue doing her job. The next thing we'll tackle is there's an engineering computer that she accesses, and it has very important data sets on that. So Michael will work with me on migrating that cautiously. And then the last item is something we'll have to work on, which is your fuel key computer for creating fuel keys. But Public Works has been very collaborative and cooperative in working with on all these devices. The second thing is I've been working on asset disposition since we've done so many computer replacements. So the next time you allow me to bring something to the commission, it will be probably 75 items to dispose of, and that bringing back Marcia, I wish she was here. She's been very helpful with asset disposition. The last things you approved are gone and freed up space, and now we're bringing in all these items, say 75 to 100 devices and miscellaneous equipment to dispose of. So that's that. One thing that I would like to talk about just briefly is, the city continues to treat cybersecurity as a top priority and a core service for business continuity. You've established a layered approach, which is access control, authentication, monitoring, backups, patching, phishing, so staff training with the know before training, so that's a good thing. So our priorities are to protect the critical systems and the residents' data. But cybersecurity is also a community issue, right? So we encourage residents and local business to use strong techniques like passwords, multi-factor authentication, keep your devices updated, those kind of things you can do. Be wary of phishing attempts. I will inform you of one incident we had where some emails were deleted, all the emails for one of our users. You had put in place a Barracuda email archiver, and all of those were restored. Okay, so that's just, I don't know if businesses can do that, but just it is disruptive when something of that nature happens. I do know the root cause of that was our engineers in the Security Operations Center identified bad parties in Ukraine who had accessed things, and it's not just us, it's all over. It's every state, every business, it's commercial operations. They're trying to do all they can to cause disruptions. And so that's the last thing I have.
All right. Any questions for Brett? Comments? Brett, thank you so much for everything you've done. It's hard to, sometimes talk about IT and not remember body, which is, still, it's hard to believe. But thank you for coming in, working with him on getting things together for the city and taking care of. So I just appreciate everything you've done over the last year?
About a year now.
Year, so yeah. I've been too far off with people time a year, so that's a good thing. I guess the 4 years didn't pat my memory too bad. But I appreciate you, and I know the city. Before you came in, we was in bad shape. Bad shape with that. And so I appreciate everything that you've done and straightening out and doing methodically. Going to each department, working with them, and for department heads working with you, getting that done. So thank you for that.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the board's and council's support. But I will tell you, from a personal and professional standpoint, I do miss Mike.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think we all. Yeah. Well,
Thank you.
All right. I forgot to make an announcement. I see Mr. Butts here. And again, that's why you got to be here, Mr. Butts. If you have a cell phone, and I'm saying it because I got to take a call in a minute. If you have a cell phone, most people do go ahead and put it on silence. I heard a sign went off earlier. And if you need to take a call, please step out of the chambers, away from the door, so we won't hear your conversation coming in. So that announcement is good. I think everything else with that, you're the gavel to the vice chair for a moment while I take the call. Myself.
Okay, next up are agenda items. First agenda item will be consider and approve an event permit for the faith event January 24th from 1 to 3 p.m. East side in front of Aldi's at the charging station. Organizer is Miss Tammy Till, St. Teresa's Catholic Church.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Agenda item number 1 is approved. Agenda item number 2, consider and approve an event permit for Girl Scout Troop 44274 Cookie Booth, location Walmart store. Dates are going to be February the 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th. And March the 7th, 2025. The time will be from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The organizer's name is Joe Lucas. The Girl Scouts are selling cookies between the 2 front doors. And written permission is on file from the owner of Walmart. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Motion's approved. Consider and agenda item number 3 is consider and approve the millage rate of 11.060. All the public hearings have been had. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Agenda item number 3 is approved. Agenda item number 4, consider and approve a second reading of an ordinance amending the zoning ordinance of the city of Cordele to allow for loft dwellings in the CBD district. Is there a motion to discuss?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Agenda item number 4 is approved. That's a discussion, right?
Yeah, that was, the motion was for discussion.
Discussion.
Did you say aye?
Consider y'all have anything on the second reading?
Well, we had some updates. We were supposed to. It was something supposed to. Yeah, but that's
Number
what that
11
was
was
it.
removed. Number 11 was removed.
I think that was the only thing.
That was the only.
Okay. Number 11 removed. Is there anything else?
I think that was it.
That was it.
The only thing I'll add to that is a question dealing with the residency on it. So with the residency part, is there a possibility of it being short-term loss in that ordinance for a week to 2 weeks and a month based upon Albany State's needs?
It would be
That
up
would be up
to
to
the
all.
individual
Yeah,
landlord.
because we wouldn't be able to control that side of it. It would just be how they would decide, and whether they want to do
But
90
there are
days.
some that,
Right.
It doesn't address the length of it. Okay, that was the only question I had.
but some landlords, they do have short and long term.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's something that can be done.
Okay. Is there any motions on number 4? Okay. All right.
No motions were done.
Is there a motion to approve, because the first and second, the motion before was for discussion.
That's right.
Right. Did you ask for motion?
Yeah. I
Oh,
asked
okay.
them.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. All in
You
favor?
didn't say it the right way.
I'm sorry.
I mean, neither one of us are. That's what I was saying.
Okay. So there's a motion and a second to approve the second reading. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Okay, number 5, consider and approve a second reading of an ordinance amending the zoning ordinance to establish yard regulations for properties. to provide fencing development standards. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Number 6 is, consider and approve the first reading of an ordinance providing for the adoption of a budget for the fiscal year beginning July the 1st, repealing all ordinance and conflicts thereof.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second to approve the first reading of an ordinance providing for the adoption of the budget for the fiscal year beginning July 21st, 2025. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Agenda item number 7, consider and approve the renewal of alcohol licenses, no exception or noted. And all of them have been approved by the chief. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. All right, motion to approve the alcohol renewals with no exceptions, for the parties listed, okay? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Now, with this, so this will be the last chance, for anybody that has not already gotten that stuff in, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. All right, agenda item number 8, consider and approve a resolution adopting a requirement that no ordinance or ordinance amendment shall receive final passage unless publicly noted hearing is held between the first and second readings to establish transparency and the city participation is mandatory components of the legislative action. Okay. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Vice Chair, apparently dies without a second.
Okay. Okay. Number 8 did not pass. Okay. No second. All right. Number 9, agenda item number 9, consider and approve the first reading of an ordinance giving executive and administrative authority to the mayor. All in favor? Is there a motion?
Apparently dies as well.
Okay. No motion. Okay. Agenda item number 10, repeal the vote to relocate the Confederate monument. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion number 10 does not have a second. Okay, dies for lack of a second. Okay. Agenda item number 11, consider and approve a resolution ordering the initiation and implementation of consolidation between the Chris County Sheriff's Office and the City of Cordele Police Department, directing that all legal, administrative, operational, and personnel actions necessary for consolidation pursuant to applicable state law. Is there a motion?
So that.
Motion dies as well.
Okay. No motion on number 11. Okay. Number 12, consider and approve a first reading of an ordinance initiating and implementation of consolidation between the Chris County Sheriff's Office and the City of Cordele Police Department, directing that all legal, administrative, operational, and personnel actions necessary for consolidation begin immediately pursuant to applicable state law. Is there a motion? No motion for number 12. Agenda item number 13, consider and approve a resolution initiating the statutory consolidation of the City of Cordele, Chris County government structures, directing commence of procedural and legal steps toward implementation referendum authorizing under Georgia law. Is there a motion? No motion. Agenda item number 13 did not receive a motion. Okay, so it failed. Number 14, consider and approve the first reading of an ordinance initiating statutory consolidation of the City of Cordele government structures, directing procedural legal steps toward implementation and referendum authorized under Georgia law. Number 14 did not receive a motion. Okay, for consideration. Okay. Number 15, consider and approve a resolution repealing the mandatory requirement for a public hearing between the first and second readings of ordinances and ordinance amendments. No motion, number 15. On number 15. Okay, number 16, consider and approve the first reading of an ordinance repealing or amending ordinance number 2023-8 governing and reintroduction or defeat or adopt unadopted agenda items, including restrictions, requirements, 4-member affidavit vote, reintroduced by a member voting in opposition. Is there a motion for number 16? No motion. Okay. Did not pass. Okay.
I resume the gavel. Or we?
Number 17.
Okay. Okay. We finished our agenda item.
It's up 17.
That's a speed round. Oh, it's city manager's report. All right. I guess I'm gonna have a city manager's report. Thank you.
Good morning again. City Commission, City Manager's Report for December 16th, 2025. First, I will just start off with a recap of events since the last meeting. As has been previously stated, a community roundtable discussion was held with Dr. Robert Scott, the president of Albany State University. Very good meeting because he came in with the mindset of we're here to do this, this, this. Instead of coming in with that mindset, he said, I would like to know what the community needs are for this institution because we're here to serve the community. And so it was very informative, very good discussion regarding the future of the university and especially the programs that will be brought to the one floor that has not been completed. The community cafe was held about a week ago on December, I think it was December 8th. South Georgia Banking was the presenter, and the topic was banking basics, which was a very good topic for those in attendance. The ministers' meeting was held on December 11th, and it was a planning meeting, and it was to kind of recap the year and see progress that has been made since they first started meeting, and then looking forward to planning for 2026. So very good end of the year meeting. The next photo is one of the companies from the National Guard. As you can see, they marched to Cordele First, where they delivered 600 pounds of non-perishable food for Cordele First Soul Food Pantry. And so very good work and need for the community. Last night in frigid weather, we had the Christmas parade. Very good turnout, though, as you can see. Commissioner Shepherd with her Santa's favorite outfit on kind of led the way, and she presented the awards after the parade. And so for Best Theme, Albany State University, Cordele Campus, very nice float. They won Best Theme. Best Marching Unit, of course, was the high school marching band. In the first two, they have won 2 years in a row, so they're on a winning streak. Best Youth, South Georgia Bulldogs, and, excuse me, And they were very entertaining. They made sure that they uh, 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 participated with the Christmas tree lighting, but also they joined Commissioner Shepherd in singing Christmas songs. And she asked the kids what they would like for Christmas, and every kid, including one that was 5 years old, said an iPad, an iPad, telephone. One said money, and one said $1,000. And Commissioner Shepherd told him, "Well, you need to get a job." And so, so it was very entertaining. But of course, they were so excited when they won. So very deserving for them. Best walking unit, GTC Fitness. This is the second year in a row for them. And so, congratulations to them. And of course, the best float, Georgia Home Center. Very nice float. And so, even though the weather was much colder than I guess the date the parade was originally planned, very good turnout. Next are some upcoming events. This is the last weekend for the Cordele Holiday Train. And we are going to try to stop by just to see those who come for the event because it is very well attended. And so this is the last weekend for that event. For those who need assistance with Christmas gifts for their children, the information is there on the screen. Dean Thaxton, LLC. And there's a number there, 229-947-9106. If you need assistance or know a family that need assistance with Christmas gifts. We thank them for all that they do for this community. Next up, we still have the Georgia Diaper Distribution Program. That's a continuation and a great need for the community. On December 20th, Greater New Birth Family Outreach Ministry will have their final program of the year for our youth, and that's on December 20th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Another group that's providing fulfilling a need for the community is Northern Heights Baptist Church. As you can see, on Saturday, December 20th, they will have a food and prayer distribution from 8:30 a.m. until all the food has been given out. And so there is one box per family, and there are other guidelines there that are on the screen. Another group filling a need in the community is Christian Homes Community. They are now accepting applications. I think they started yesterday, and they are looking to start moving residents in January. So the information there is on the screen as well. Hard to believe, but next week is Christmas. And so after you finish with your live Christmas tree, no artificial trees, please. You can bring one for the chipper. The drop off is William Fields, which is located behind Aldi's in that shopping area there. This is the holiday schedule, and we have this posted on the website and Facebook as well so that you would not get confused with your pickup. So this is the express disposal holiday schedule for the remainder of the year and into the new year after New Year's on January 1st. Just a few city updates. As we mentioned before, today was the last day for those seeking an alcohol license renewals. Those licenses expire at the end of the year, December 31st. Any license that has not been renewed, we are required to report to the state. And so hopefully all of those who need a license, they have accomplished that. Business license renewals have gone out. And so that is the next I will say next renewal item that we have, and you have until April 1st, and we will make sure that we send out letters, reminders of when that deadline is, so we can make sure, hopefully, we don't have any that have to appear in court. The drive-through window,
The bulletproof window is scheduled to be installed in January, and so we're still moving forward with that. Just to recap, SPLOS collections, and this is just the calendar year, not our fiscal year, but so for this year, and I think this collection is through, I want to say September, is $1,481,243.31. And then T-SPLOS collections, again, calendar year, not fiscal year, $436,854.13. And then just a reminder that the IT manager is scheduled to begin December 29th, and I know Brett is looking forward to him coming on board. Christmas holidays, city offices will be closed Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And again, thank you, City Commission, for the extra day. We all appreciate it. And then on New Year's, we will be closed Thursday, January 1st, 2026. And then city offices will reopen on January 2nd at 8 a.m. And in your packet, you have the meetings and events that I attended in November. And with that, that's all that I have. Unless there are any questions.
Any questions for our city manager?
At this time, sir, if I may, while you're standing, those seniors who did not receive energy assistance, will be eligible to apply again on January 5th. You can call Maker EOC at 478-209-0958, or you can go online and register. For seniors 65 plus, your next date is January 5th.
What's that website? What's the website?
Maker Bill South EOC.
Make them be up
South.
south.
The South EOC.
EOC.
They got two groups up there. If not, just call me, I make sure I got it right. It's on the flyers, still on the
Okay.
same flyer. Everything
Okay.
on the flyer.
But that's the January 5th.
January 5th.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that
And for the
information.
general public, it's gonna be January 26th.
January 5th and January 26th. January 5th is 65 and older.
Yes, sir.
January 26th is for everyone else.
Yes, sir.
All right. They say in the church, govern yourself accordingly.
Thank you.
City manager, as you know, is Commissioner Owens in our last meeting. My first conference in Savannah, one of your colleagues walked up to me and he saw the name tag and he said, y'all just hired, what's your name, Angela Reddy. I said, yeah, we did. And he said to me, she has to learn to protect her counsel. And I knew what had went on in Forest Park. You know, I tried to distance myself because I didn't have a vote in the matter. But I did speak to the commissioners and advised that we kept rolling and running in. And of course, as you knew that because I had proposed the same thing to you while we navigate out of that contract. What I had learned a lot about Roland was military. He was orderly. He was procedure. He did what he was asked to do. 4 years ago, when myself and Commissioner Owens got elected, we got elected on the division. I wasn't popular here because I had to come back and earn every vote that I received. People remembered, my family remembered me, but I had to reintroduce myself to this community. Of course, your husband ran at that time as well. And when I got here, we used a lot of political capital to bring you in. The media ate us alive because we outed a white man and brought in a black woman. And, you know, that didn't look good. They was already upset with the the change, and my talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion upset the white racists in this town. And one of the things that people had asked for years was to relocate that Confederate statue, that Confederate monument. And being a person of color, you understand that it's never, always never get time to do what's right. I studied in classes at Georgia Southern at UGA with mostly white people, and they're not understanding the civil rights movement and why you had to push it into America versus letting it slowly happen with time. You sent an email, I believe, June 22nd, urging get Commissioner Shepard to flip her vote. I hate to admit this, but part of the problem, I analyzed everywhere that myself, I went wrong in this election, or what have you. And I thought to myself, I said, she's older, she's seasoned, or what have you. She probably want to come in and turn the temperature down, because as a counselor, I have to think on all sides, not just see myself, see other people's mindset in the way they think and entertain it, whether I agree with it or not. I got that gist. But you almost single-handedly undid something that
is not
the
true.
people. I'm gonna put the email on social media later, and let the public determine who's right on this or what have you. But my point is, I couldn't admit it, even though it went against everything that I knew, because I usually straight up honest, and that doesn't make you a great politician. Politicians have to duck and dodge a lot. But our opponents was right. We haven't had a budget on time.
And there are reasons for that.
Not one of these 4 years.
And there are reasons for that.
You hired an interim police chief without the consent and consult of this body for $500 a day. We had a terrible narrative going into this election, and you put us there.
No, I did not.
No, you. I'm talking.
I did not.
I'm talking. You put us there. This is the last meeting, and I'm gonna speak my piece.
Move to adjourn.